airport just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. For the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sliding out of the pocket. Bulldozes past him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 44. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll drop to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets... Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one. Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. On 1st down, McLeod. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this
touchdown, Chargers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, you had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A play-action fake. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. They'll look to throw here. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers nothing.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Herbert off of play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice run right there. And when we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's low.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. And that'll be caught by Tony. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
They started.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
The Steelers 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now for the point after. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rolling to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Look at this, a tight end carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Chargers 20, Steelers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 27, Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And he'll just get rid of it.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's complete, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 38 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and
rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there. Out of the gun now on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right into a quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. McLeod, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
Herbert has it knocked free, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A gain of 14. And the Steelers first down.
On first down, it's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Next to score, Chargers 33.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run on first down. McLeod, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Steelers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. And some room to run now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to